One category of video products that I love reviewing on this channel is travel products. Whether it's technology-based or not, I love looking at things that make travel easier and more enjoyable. In this case, we're taking a peek at this, the International Expandable Carry-On from Duravo, and we're gonna actually tear into this guy, show you exactly what this guy thing can do that, well, not all suitcases can do, and show what they're doing differently. Let's get closer and open her up. And this is the spinning piece of luggage. It is a hard polyside case. The actual casters or wheels on this are spinner wheels, 2 actual wheels, and rolls really smooth. I've done several brands of spinner luggage, and this one is incredibly smooth. So I gotta give them credit on that. This is the standard poly kind of side case, so you do have a little bit of flexibility. If you have too much stuff in here, it will bow this out a little bit. So don't think of it as it's hard. But the best part about this luggage, and this is before we get inside, is in the name. This is the Expandable International Carry-On. So we do have the zippers here, and they do lock. So if I want to actually lock them in here, it is a combo lock, and so the zippers do lock, and then you can just release those and to open the bag. That's the 2 zippers for opening the case. However, on the other side, we have another zipper, and this zipper, if we go all the way around, so while it is a hard-sided carry-on, it does expand. So we actually gain more room. Takes this from, I think, 37 liter capacity to 46, I want to say, in terms of volume capacity. So if you're on a trip, and a lot of people, what I would recommend is don't expand to this when you're leaving home. But let's be honest, when you're traveling, you tend to come back with more stuff than you left with, whether it's clothing or things that you purchased. This allows you to expand the bag a little bit to, well, for a place to put those pieces. So, all right, I have it unlocked. So go ahead and zip it open and open it up. Now this is where most bags differ. I mean, obviously we already went through one big thing. This is expandable. This is a hard-sided expandable suitcase. Most hard-sided suitcases don't do that. So that's really nice. But this is where it's actually quite a bit different. This upper, or I should say, you know, what I call the upper, it's the top part. This is kind of standard, right? We have a nice zippered compartment to put, you know, whatever we're gonna put in here, and then we can zip it closed and it, you know, sections this side off. I tend to use this side for more of my clothing. I like using compression bags and then putting them in here, and this is kind of where most of my clothing lives. And then I put other essentials and maybe non-clothing items on this side of the bag. Everybody's different, and it all depends on the suitcase that you have and how it does the compression or how it actually does the segregation. In this case, they have this is a little more unique than what I've used in the past. So this section here has these 2 buckles, and then it opens up. Now the nice thing about this is rather than a piece that kind of slides out of the way, so I have a piece of Rimowa luggage that I absolutely love it, and I really do love the compression capability of the divider that goes in here. However, the bad thing is when you have it undone, you kind of flop it over, it kind of flops all over the place. This is going to stay, you know, right here. It's not going anywhere. Downside to it is, well, you can see what I already did. If I'm packing and this cheese keeps falling in, that's not always a great thing either. So while it has some benefits, it does have other things. When I first opened this bag up, when I first got it, was I'm not getting a whole lot of strap here. So let's say if I have a lot of stuff and I have to kind of get it in there and buckle this, I may have to really push down and compress this before I can buckle it. I wish they would have made this little strap right here 2 to 3 times longer, so that it would actually open up a lot more, cook it in, and then buckle it down to compress it more. It's not really a compression area. So in this case, what I would argue is that if you're overfilling this bag, make sure you use compression bags prior to packing this bag. However, the nice thing is once this is in, it's got 2 points. It's actually holding your stuff in real quick. So if you do have to open this bag at the airport, this is gonna actually hold whatever's down here in pretty good. So that's the big item on that one. Another couple things that they do on this bag, on the middle section, a lot of bags like this do have this little storage bag that come with it. So you can open it up and you can store stuff down in here. That's always a big item. If you didn't notice before, I also have small zipper with storage areas here And then this one actually has a meshed storage area as well. So that's always a big thing. And then the last item that actually comes with this bag is this guy. So it actually does come with a nice luggage tag that you can choose to use or not. It is a pleather luggage tag, so it is kind of nice, but it does come with the suitcase. So aside from that, I did want to point one other thing out that I think is really cool that also stands this bag apart. In the zippered area here, there is another bag right here. So let me get a little closer. Okay, so you can see on this one has a little power symbol. If I unzip this, it's actually gonna give me a couple things. First, it's gonna actually give me a USB cable designed so you can plug it into an external battery pack. Plug it in here, and if it's small enough, go in here. Otherwise, it can be anywhere in your bag. This USB port actually spits out a connection on the outside. I don't know if you noticed this when we were doing this before, but there is a little door right here. If I pop that door open, I have a USB-A port for me to plug my cord into. So if I'm sitting there, I can actually plug my phone directly into my suitcase so long as there's a battery pack or something connected on this side, and now I have power. The big thing about airports is, if you haven't heard before, don't use the USB ports at the airport. You don't know what they're connected to. You don't want to compromise your device by plugging into something that people are actually maliciously doing things on. And so providing your own power is always a big thing. Last thing in here is this other small little bag, if you see it. So it's a little small bag. It's actually attached, it's stitched in on this bag, and it's actually designed for an Apple AirTag. Now, I'm sure you could use the other brands out there as well, but it's designed for an Apple AirTag to go in here, and then you zip it up and it stays in here. And so your luggage has an Apple AirTag that's hidden inside this little compartment, that's inside this compartment, that's inside your luggage. Just a lot of thought went into this bag for several things. Is it the perfect bag? It's hard to say, but I don't believe in the perfect bag, but a lot of thought. So like I said, I am a huge fan of testing out various travel gear, and suitcases have been one of those items that I've done several now. And this one, for where it is, they offer it in, I think, 5 different colors. This is what they call ice. It's kind of a silver. They also have what they call carbon. It's actually a black with carbon fiber look to it. They have a reddish one, they have a bluish one, and they have a brownish one. So they have 5 different color choices. Retail on it is $375. But the big thing is they thought a lot. So even with like that luggage tag that I have in here, I don't typically use luggage tags. There is a nice little spot here on the outside of the luggage for that to go into. The spinner part, it rolls good. The handle is another key piece, has a good amount of height to it, but also doesn't wobble too much. If you've seen some of my other videos, I always check, see how much wobble you have. This one's actually pretty solid in its wobble, and it's nice and smooth in and out with the handle itself. So all in all, it's actually a pretty nice piece of luggage. 375 bucks. It is that hard side plastic. It's got decent wheels on it. If I was personally choosing something like this, I would do a unique color. I typically like unique colors because it makes it easier to spot it if it's not in my hand. But more than anything, it's not bad looking. It is stylish. I got to give it that. So that is the expandable international carry-on from Duravo. So I will put links at the top of the description so you can actually head directly to their website, check out this bag for yourself, see the information, specs, things like that if you're looking at it. It is international sized. No matter where you're going, pretty much this will fit as a carry-on, and it's a nice looking bag. If you have any questions about this, comment below, share, like, subscribe if you can for me. I'd appreciate it. Don't want to fall off the table. And we'll catch you back here on techgooch for another future video review. See you soon.